first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll try the left side. Keys. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 74 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Second down, another run with Taylor. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. The Texans at 3-4 on the year coming into play. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy lift come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed
success after that 9-yard gain back on first down. McPherson's kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
You want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So is the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Keys, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 13 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield. This might be a roughing call. So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first. With a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On 1st down, Keys slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
On second down now, Keys, and he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the score drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And a good team.
Texans football to start quarter 2, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Operating from the gun. Poole. Open man here. Schwartz complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So... passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Play action. Poole. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try to pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Rolling to his right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Blake. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. Gets this one to Juszczyk. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. David Ojabo running in to take him down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you want those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Pick up a couple and leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
From the gun on 3rd down. Poole, he's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there. It also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed them up.
Off the play fake. Pull. Completed out left to Dobbs. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw. Pull. Completes it again to Dobbs. A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Pull. Touchdown, Texans. Jamison Williams with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. 1st and 10, it's Willis. And this is caught by Watkins. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Now Willis on 1st and 10. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Willis. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. For the over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, and he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, here's Willis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Third down, it's Willis. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Last play of the half, Willis. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. So here are the Texans to take over. They're on top here as they've got the football first and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, another run with Taylor. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first and 10, pull over the middle. That's caught by Schwartz. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
To throw on second down. Pull. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On 2nd and 9, Willis looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
3rd and 1. Who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Willis looking to throw on first down. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again to throw. Willis on 2nd down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the confidence in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on instantly.
If we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Texans back out there and ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if your team has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time, worked well for a solid gain.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup, losing the third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Back to Taylor on first down. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Poole. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On the counter, it's Taylor. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sideline, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Another carry here for the fullback, Juszczyk. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Right back to Juszczyk again. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he can muster only a couple here to the 23.
I gotta think this offensive line's got some smiles on his faces. I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. On first down, Willis. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Again, Willis to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in.
Touchdown! Kyle Juszczyk, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked to his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were able to overblocks and continue to serve the field. Picked up another target, delivered a pass, exactly where it needed to be. Very mature play with the second-year quarterback.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there. Now we give to Taylor, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeaux. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
96 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. After getting stopped on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Great objective there. I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but works important.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Well, the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. On 4th down, Poole got a man, it's Schwartz complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Now a handoff, Taylor with it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run here with Taylor. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call the gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's
close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Fourth down. Cool. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out, and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 10. A little over 20 seconds to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down.
Here's Willis.
Connecting with Hill. And he's got a first down here as he stops the clock, but just 16 ticks remaining. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Houston, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get to see Derek Stingley, who's stating his...
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Carolina. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now this one complete on the slant route. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
All the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Sermon is in. Touchdown, Carolina. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Finding space at the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Looking to throw. Pull. Got an open man in Schwartz. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
On first down, Poole. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
These guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. With that completion there, maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Got his man. It's Williams.
Holding. Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to Dobbs. Hook up a 15-yard there. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
That'll be a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
That's about what you would expect since they're so proficient at picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Back to throw. Poole. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Looking to throw. Poole. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Sermon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Tackled by the cornerback, Derek Stingley. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Sermon. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards. Final 30 seconds in this first quarter. And it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Herbert on 1st down now. Open man here is Conklin. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
21-0 our score after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Here's Herbert. And his pass incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. There's Chris Olave. Touchdown, Carolina. Chris Olave, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers continue to pull away here in this first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 28-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Off play action. Pull. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing on first down. Poole. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The drive starts with a carry by Sermon.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
Personal foul. Defense.
Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that, and they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up, but obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They give to Sermon out of the gun.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. From the 24, Herbert. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. As the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Herbert operating from the red zone.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Terez Hall coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Sermon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Houston set to take over. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Poole.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Poole. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. This to Hines on the drop-off.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And he comes back with one complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Off the play fake. Poole. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Andrew Wingard.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Packers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Looking to throw. Poole. Open man. Here's Schwartz. Complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Shot before break. Poole. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert tries the left side and finds Olave. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
And they'll run with Sermon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Herbert now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Neville Gallimore powering his way in and burying him. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And my goodness, another interception. And the Panthers force the turnover. This one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we?